Anyway, we're having technical difficulties on the Twitter end tonight. But hey, I'm Adam. We're Sports Talking It. We're gonna go open mic. We're gonna bring in Mitra first. Haven't talked to him in a while. What's up, Johnny?
What's up, Adam? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad I asked you last minute. Said, "Yep, let's do it." I said, "All right, all right." Next, we're gonna bring in my partner in crime to talk Pittsburgh. Rich, what's up?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Good, good. Hey, something's going on with our Twitter tonight, and I'm not sure what's going on with it. So just to let you know, it's not going live on that feed or drive to the top feed. Anyway, next we're gonna bring in a wrestling dude. I'm sure he's got some news up there, JA.
What's up, guys?
Next, we're bringing in our draft lord. He is all over the place. Loves doing these fantasy drafts. Dylan, what's up, buddy?
Not much, Adam. By the way, I'm happy that Paul Skeens survived the Aaron Judge matchup tonight.
Yeah, I got to grind out the third from what I just saw. Olivia Dunn was pretty pumped about it. They showed her going nuts in the crowd.
Oh, by the way, Shohei Ohtani had a 3-run home run.
And it was over 400 feet from what I looked over and glanced. So obviously backstage we were talking about these uniforms, and what are you guys' thoughts on them?
These uniforms are worse than the drunk national anthem last night.
These look like slow pitch softball tournament uniforms, man. I promise. These are the absolute worst. I don't know about you guys. I liked it, and I understand why Major League Baseball is doing it because they will sell an absolute crap load of these jerseys for the different players and that kind of thing. I liked it when the All-Star game was they wore their own jerseys. The American, like for tonight, the American League would wear their home jerseys, and the National League would wear the road jerseys. I liked that. I thought it looked good.
JA or me?
I like the AL more than the NL jerseys.
No, I agree.
They're both pretty bad.
Oh, Juan Soto with a nice hit, huh? I didn't see what happened, but I know 2 runs across the plate, huh?
Kwani.
Was that who that was?
Yeah, he scored.
Okay.
That means
Johnny?
Judge is coming to bat.
JA, what do you think of these unis?
I agree, man. This is probably the worst uniform I've seen that they rolled out here for the Classic. I agree with. It needs to go back to where if it's your team, you wear your uniform. That's it. You wear your team's uniform, and that's it. It's very simple. It shows who you're from, who you are. That's it. Just keep it simple, man. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel, man.
What would you guys think? What would you guys think of this as a uniform? Let the home stadium pick their home jerseys as their jerseys, but instead of the team name, it says National League across the front, and then it has the emblem and National League, American League on the side. Like, say Boston, John, you could do the gray at home, and then you could have the visitors be, or the National League be the blue with, gray or red bottoms, whatever.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? Mix and match something like that. Let the home team decide the uniform.
Maybe have them you in your home colors, and have the whoever's it's National American have the other one be in your alternate. Like
Or
for Boston, you throw them in the red, maybe, or something like that. So,
or they could wear their city jerseys.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
American or National.
Some of those city jerseys look worse than these.
True.
I don't think anything beats these, Luke. I don't think anything.
They could have went with Texas.
These are rough.
I mean, there's some of the City Connect jerseys I think are very sharp. Biased. Pittsburgh's I think are awesome. The Texas ones are growing on me like fungus.
That's pretty nice.
Dude, I like the Texas ones.
I like a few. I don't mind the Cub ones with the Wrigleyville across it. I like those. But there's some that are just awful. Look like pajamas.
The uniforms tonight look like pajamas.
I can't disagree with you.
Yeah.
When they first came out with I had a chance to get a preview look at these because I'm in Texas and got a chance with a couple of my friends to get a preview look at these things when they came out weeks ago. And I was like, oh my God, here we go. And they'll sell a crap load of them because anything that has Judge or Otani or whoever's face their names on them, they're going to sell a ton of them. But golly, these things are bad. Instead of American League, it should say American Legion.
That was good. That's a good one.
Thank you.
This is one of the hardest weeks of sports because of the All-Star break. I guess the only action we get on Thursday is at 1 in the morning if you feel like waking up to watch the British Open.
Yeah, and I'm telling you who's going to win the Open Championship this year. Ludwig. Ludwig is going to win. It's going to be a Swedish Open.
Got bold predictions right there.
Guys, I got to step away from
Everybody put their
that.
money.
Yeah, I got to figure out.
Put their money on this guy.
I got to figure this out. This is weird. I guess we got to figure out what's going on with Twitter, why we can't go live on it. Dylan, you said you had problems last night too, huh?
Yep.
So, John, how you feel about your team going into the break? How you feel about the? He's a Guardians fan. He's in Cleveland. I've known Johnny for 10 years. Maybe. Feels like 10 years, Johnny.
Probably, yeah, it's probably more like 12 or 13. But I feel good. You know, it's the best record in the AL by a half game. You know, they last week or two have been, you know, they've been struggling a little bit, but a little scary with their pitching, but seems to be a league-wide problem. So we'll see what the second half is. They've played like 18 more away games in the first half of the year. So we got a lot of home games coming up. They're pretty good at home. They only have 11 losses at home so far this year. So, you know, hopefully they could keep Minnesota at bay and take the division, see what happens in October.
Detroit's getting a little hot in that division, John. Are you starting to threat them a little bit?
I mean, I think they're like 12 games back, but I don't know. I've been hearing about Detroit. It's Detroit's year for the last, I don't know, couple years now. So we'll see. But yeah, they're not usually Cleveland does pretty good against the Central, but they're only, I think, one game above 500 this year. So their biggest problem has been the White Sox. They can't seem to beat the worst team ever created. But I don't know. So we'll see.
I can understand where you're coming from because the Rangers couldn't beat the A's to save their life last year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. A's, yeah, they're I think they're a little better this year than last year, but I don't know. I might be wrong about that one. But the White Sox are the worst thing I've ever seen ever.
But they seem to play the Guardians pretty damn good, Johnny.
Yeah, I think they're about 500 against us.
They just put a thing up on Fox, the most wins before the All-Star break for Cleveland in the franchise's history, which I realize is subjective because the All-Star game floats around and the number of games and all that floats around. But yeah, it's an impressive stat because that's a team that's been around for an awful long time with some really, really successful teams.
Yeah. Yeah. 1901, I believe, was the first year. You know, they were in the AL East forever until 93 or whatever year they broke it up. So that, you know, they had to play Boston, New York, and all those guys forever. So the new division was the best thing that ever happened to Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Jacobs Field was the best thing to happen because it sure looked like the Indians/Guardians could win there.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same time. It all happened around the same time. 94 was when Jacobs Field opened, and I think that's when they brought the three divisions. They moved Milwaukee to the NL. Milwaukee was in our division for, well, that might have been like 98 or something, but Milwaukee was in the AL Central for a while there. They moved it over.
Yeah.
Dylan, what?
Well, I mean,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say when you look at that Cleveland roster from those years, I mean, the guys that they brought up that they home grew, whether it was Bell or Ramirez and Baerga and guys like that, Tomey, and then you bring in vets like Murray. I mean, they did it the right way, and it just kind of went and had a really nice run there for a while.
94, they were 144, 100 wins, 44 losses. Unfortunately, the strike happened. So They were neck and neck with Chicago, and then they pretty much won the division every year, like 95, 96, 97, 98. Oh, I think up to 01. Just, you know how the playoffs go. I mean, 95, they went to World Series and then ran into Atlanta, the giant strike zone, almost unbeatable. 96, they lost to, I think, Baltimore when, what was the center fielder's name? Anderson?
Brady Anderson.
Yeah.
Brady Anderson, he was our left fielder, though, wasn't he? But
hit
either way, he hit
52 home runs that year or whatever it was. And
as many as he hit in the rest of his career.
Yeah, every other year he hit about 14. Then 97, they went to the World Series, lost in extra innings, Game 7. And then, after that, well, Bell left after 96. But
hold on, guys. We're bringing on one more guest that entered the room. Steve, what's going on, man?
What's happening, guys?
Nothing, man. What's going on? He's in Detroit, guys. Just to let you know. I share all his stuff pretty much on Facebook every day. Anyway, Steve, you got Rich next to you. You got John down from you. He's a Cleveland guy. Got John Anthony up there. I think he's mixing a drink, and then I'll be back. And then we got Dylan over there in the upper right-hand corner. And I'm Adam. And welcome to the show, sir.
Thanks, guys. Sorry, time got away from me. I was outside with my kids shooting Orby guns and having some warfare, and didn't realize what time it was. Okay. So, all good. What are you guys chatting about?
Guardian, your enemy.
Yeah, I'm over on the west side of Michigan, but I'd be a Detroit guy for sure. So I'm getting some of my stuff set up.
Are they ever gonna have a year, Steve?
The Tigers? Or who? I didn't hear you said the Pistons?
Tigers.
Oh yeah, dude, I don't know. They're really even not that bad this year. I mean, they started off pretty decent, and I don't know, they kind of floundered for a while, and that sucked for them. Now I think they're maybe 3 games under 500. I don't know. I used to be more of a sports guy. Spend a lot more time watching, but
the Tigers are 3 under. Yeah, 3 under, 12 back.
Got a pretty good bullpen.
They've just had some. I don't even get a chance to watch them all that often. It's weird. I used to watch them all the time, but I don't know. Now it seems like their games are on so early. I say early because I don't know what is it, like 7:00 game starts, and the kids running all over the place. I don't get a chance to do what I want to do until like 10, 11.
You want them to play on the West Coast all the time.
What's that?
You want them to play on the West Coast all the time.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
It seems like the Tigers, if they could hit, they'd be okay. They're pitching, even the starting pitching. You mentioned their bullpen, but their starting pitching seems pretty good. It just seems like their hitting is, hit and miss. Pardon the pun, but hit and miss. I mean, They got guys that are pretty decent. Riley Green's good. Torkelson was hitting there, and then he had sent him down. And then you start throwing other guys out there. And Javi Baez, the worst contract in baseball right now. You know, if they can get the sticks going, I think you're right. I think they might have something.
Yeah, it won't be this year, but
I mean, I thought Detroit was going to be pretty good this year. I thought they were going to be a sneak to maybe win the division or challenge. I didn't really think the Guardians were going to start out as hot as they have been. I thought it might be a race between Detroit and Minnesota, but I don't know.
dude, I just can't call them the Guardians either.
Yeah, it's very hard.
When you said that earlier, I was like trying to register it. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that's right. The canceled team or whatever.
Yeah,
But
we
yeah.
still got the Blackhawks and Chiefs and everyone else, Braves, but I guess that's okay.
Yeah, whatever. We lost the Redskins and the Indians. I don't know why. Whatever. That's a whole other conversation.
You guys want to talk
See,
about it? Open mic.
And by the way, I will say this about the Guardians. I think you guys seen a couple pictures because Cleveland's not winning in October with that starting pitching wise. You got a great bullpen, but you can't win with
Starting pitching is
throwing 8 innings.
definitely a problem. Starting pitching is definitely a problem. The bullpen's already the most used bullpen in baseball, and that's only going to last for so long. And unfortunately, Bieber, I don't know. He went two starts, 7 innings each, and was great. But his elbow, he needs Tommy John. So, and he didn't do it last year. Same with McKenzie. He didn't get Tommy John last year. Granted, they would both be out this year, but maybe the team would have planned a little better. So, but unfortunately, with the new wild card and all that, it's hard to get starting pitching. Everyone wants it, and not many people are selling. So we'll see what happens.
You think you guys have a shot at Crochet?
I don't know.
Would they do in division? I guess is my question. Would the Sox go in division? Because they're going to dump Crochet. You know that.
Right. That's a great question. I don't know. It's probably going to be even. It's already going to be at a premium. It's going to be even more for the division. So
I think Crochet's going to end up with Garrett Crochet's going to end up with one or two teams. He's either going to be a Baltimore Oriole or an LA Dodger. The Orioles need pitching in the Wolves' way, not just pitching for this year, for beyond this year. And the Dodgers starting rotation is over.
Right, but what do the Dodgers have left in their chart the White Sox would want?
Actually, funny or not, the Dodgers and White Sox share a spring training complex, so the White Sox know the Dodger phone system better than anyone.
The White Sox are doing a complete blow it up. They're going to get rid of their 2 best players. They're getting rid of Crochet. They're getting rid of Luis Robert. And if those are far and away their best players, and they'll probably end up trading Andrew Vaughn too while they're at it. And they're going to be a AAA. They're going to be competing with the A's for the worst record in baseball for the next couple of years. And maybe they can pull an Astros or an Orioles and take all those big number 1, number 2 picks. And if their front office does the right thing, turn them into a contender in 5 or 6 years. But I think the White Sox are spinning wheels for quite a while. The one that I'm concerned about in that division, besides Cleveland, is Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City's building a nice team.
All right. Should we talk about something else? Football, baseball? What do you guys want to talk about?
Can I throw a wrestling out real quick?
Go ahead.
Jay, if MJF and Samoa Joe had a baby, With the way you got the beard going and all that, if
Stop it.
MJF and Samoa
Stop it,
Joe,
man. Come on, man. Listen,
I'm
I
serious.
do a lot
It's
of
just MJF.
I do a lot of
I-
philanthropy work at MGM, and we were out today. It was a United Way shelter. We were packing lunches. This man was probably 47 years old. I'm the people that don't watch wrestling, my colleagues. This man grabs his bag, goes, "Shit, you MJF?" I'm like, "Oh, dude, come on, man." Like, what?
I mean, you do look exactly like him.
I'm very excited. So I don't know if any of you guys were on here. I do a lot of wrestling meet and greets. I've met a lot of legends, a lot of people. I'm at the big show back in April. I'm back in April. No. Yeah, April. And I got up there. He looked right at me. He goes, "Damn, you look like Maxwell." Holy shit, man. Damn. I say, I get that a lot. He goes, "Oh, okay." I'm meeting MJF in November in Long Island, November 9th. I told my wife, I said, "You got to record. Don't let him see it because then he'll over embellish." I said, "Just record to see if he has a reaction. He has to give me something." Like, I'm not cosplaying like him. I'm not wearing the scarf. I'm not doing the coat. I'm not doing but just like, can't wait to see if he looks and goes, "The fuck?" Like,
It's gonna be on his Twitter.
oh, every time on my Twitter, man, all the time, I put a picture of me up like, "Oh, it's MJF 2.0. I'm like, "Thanks, man. Appreciate you."
Steve, are you a wrestling fan?
Man, I don't get a chance to keep up on too much. Honestly, no, I am not really into wrestling. But I see some belts up there.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's 17 in total.
All right.
Well, the thing was when I started buying them. I got one as a gift at started. I started buying them all, and then I started going, and I was like, well, this is the first phase. The next phase is now I have a reason to go get to see all these people and have them sign their belts. The one you see here, this one, is like, I want to be buried with this one. That's Ric Flair, Chris Jericho, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Farouk,
Taker,
Eric Bischoff. Who?
Undertaker.
Not yet. The only one I'm missing. Not only
Back
one.
in the day, I would watch that stuff. So I didn't know all
Yeah.
there, but anything.
Yeah, Nash, GBP, Ric Flair, Jericho, Farouk.
Do you have David Arquette and Vince Russo on it?
If Vince Russo did signings, I'd have him sign it. I'm eating Big
That's
Papa
true.
Pump.
He doesn't do any signings, does he?
Nope. Big Papa Pump. I'm meeting in November. Have him sign MC Punk in a couple weeks in New York. Have him sign it.
Nice.
Hogan is the big one. Hogan is supposed to be there in August. I have Scott Hall, RIP, Kevin Nash. I need Hulk Hogan on here. I have Eric Bischoff, so literally would have the original NWO on here. So it's kind of a big deal. So Edge, yeah, you name it, they're on here. So it's kind of a cool thing. So, but all of them have signatures from different people and shit, like the ones they won. So
What about Virgil?
no, missed it on
Rest in
the. Can you guys see the? Where is it? No, you can't see. It's over here. I had $1 Million Man sign that one. I'm going to meet LA Knight in New York, so I'm going to have him sign the $1 Million because he had at that time. But no, unfortunately, I did not get the chance to meet Virgil.
SummerSlam's in Cleveland this year, and I'm going in a couple weeks.
Beautiful.
So I'm excited for that.
It's gonna be a hell of a pay-per-view. That card is gonna be stacked. So excited. That's gonna be a good card.
Where you going,
It'll
John?
be interesting.
What was that?
John, are you going?
Yeah, I'm going with my brother-in-law and my two nephews.
Nice.
So
Hell of a pay-per-view, man. It's
they're
gonna be good.
they're not big into wrestling. They're not like me when I was a kid, but they'll have fun. They'll enjoy it.
That's awesome.
Steve,
Yeah,
did
wrestling's cool again, man. People love it.
When I was in Detroit, did you go to the draft at all? Do any of the festivities over in Detroit while the draft was there?
No, that was wild though. I had a bunch of buddies go. I went to a Lions game this year. I think it was when they played against the Bears where they won it. They were down like shit, I don't remember, 17 with 2 minutes to go or whatever. That game was wild, but I don't know. I get to a Lions game here and there, Tigers game a couple times a year, but my kids play travel soccer, and so that's literally our life. It doesn't stop, man. So as much as I wish I could be more stuff and do more things, I'm try and do more traveling and do more games in a couple of years. But especially with the venues we have over there and the crowds are, I mean, they're solid events. So where are you guys all at again?
I'm in
Good old
West-
Massachusetts.
about 20 minutes. I'm about 20 minutes out of it.
You're in Waco, Texas.
I'm in Cleveland.
I'm a Florida boy.
Cool.
Gone
Awesome.
up in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I'm a big Red Wings fan. Like, even though they've sucked for the last 10 years, but I got like all your I have in Red Wings memorabilia and bobbleheads and just random, all sorts of random shit. But they just haven't been as good. And
Of 09 and 10 were awesome.
what was that?
Penguins and Red Wings ran it back.
You're not coming through, Adam.
Really? What's going on? Am I dead?
That's
There we
better
go.
when you get closer to it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you're right close to it, it works. But when you're
Stop watching the All-Star game.
I wasn't. I was listening. Oh, Steve, I was saying the Stanley Cup Finals of the Penguins and the Red Wings, the early 2010s.
Yeah. Yeah. Back when they still had a shot. And I hate Sid Crosby. I can't stand that guy with a passion.
What's
Hey, in Philadelphia, the Flyer fans called him Cindy Crosby.
I don't care if he played on any of your teams, you would love him.
Yeah, we would. Yeah. And that's the thing with any of those superstar guys, man. They can move around teams, and they're on your team, you'll love them, but they're not, you hate them. I'm old school, like back in the day when the Wings were really good, and in the early 2000s they were still pretty decent. You know, and you had like hockey was hockey, like you had fights and like some badass shit happened, and now it's so wussified. It seems like from what
Do
it
you
was.
remember the goalie fight between
Patrick Waugh and
Chris
Mike Burnett?
Watfield and Patrick Waugh back in the day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was epic, man. That's when McCarty beat the shit out of Claude Lemieux. Well, that's up for debate, I guess, but they both got each other pretty decent. That was amazing.
Fights, they were allowed to go, and people were into it. But if you were to talk Red Wings, you know, we can talk Sergei Fedorov, Nicholas Lindstrom, Stevie Yzerman.
Yeah, all the old timer Allstar guys, man.
Chris All is good.
Yeah. Yeah, even all the good players back then, you know, and all the other teams too. I mean, back in the day when Brett Hall used to played for St. Louis, and then we came with the Wings too. That's more my cup of tea. I live in the past with my sports knowledge and memories. It seems like lately, I do a ton of creating and working and dadding and all that bullshit that they didn't tell you got to do. So,
Take kids in the sports, Steve, like other sports, professional sports.
Right. I had two girls. I can tell you who's on the women's Olympic soccer team, but too much time else. Morgan's not on it.
She's not on it this year?
Nope.
Okay, obviously.
She retired.
Yeah, she's done.
Yeah, Rapinoe, her and oh shoot.
Yeah, Morgan.
Hold on,
Rapinoe
I'll think of it in a minute.
Becky
Julie,
Salford?
Alex Morgan.
No, I'm not. Her brother's a football player.
That retired? Is that what you're saying?
No, I know Julie Foudy retired too, but there's one whose brother is a football player.
Are you thinking of Julia Ertz?
Yeah, that's it, and she's retired too.
Yep.
Yeah, Zach Ertz's sister.
Okay.
You mean wife?
Say again.
You mean wife?
Wife. Yeah, I don't know where I got sister from.
I mean, depending on what state you're in, that's a, you never know.
You've been watching too much Taylor Swift hanging out with Travis Kelce. That's why.
I watch as little Taylor Swift as humanly possible.
I try to myself.
We got to talk about Taylor Swift attending football games again this weekend.
My niece
no.
wants to go to the Chiefs game. She's asking me for tickets against the Browns.
She's going to directly affect what games get flexed into what on NBC and on Monday night for her being there.
Oh, so John, is she going for the game or just to hope to see Taylor?
No, she wants to see if Taylor Swift's going to be there.
It's a Swiftie side.
It's also like mid-December, and I told her it's probably going to be too cold, so don't worry about it.
But Adam, don't the Chiefs and Steelers play on Christmas Day?
Yes, they do.
Field.
Is that at Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just like we're not going to call it, I'm going to always call it Heinz.
Oh, yeah, it's not. Was it Acrisure
No,
or whatever?
it's Acrisure for sure.
It's Heinz Field.
So-
The big
like
ketchup bottle. It will always be Heinz Field. Thank you very much. That's just like, I don't get some of this stuff. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Steve, so you kind of understand where I'm coming from with this stuff now. Originally from Pittsburgh, but I've been in Texas for about 35 years. They did the same thing in Arlington. Globe Life Park and Globe Life Field. Why did they have to do anything to Globe Life Field and create this dungeon they're playing the Allstar game in right now?
Because it's 128 degrees outside.
It's 128 other places too.
I
You don't
can
think it gets as hot in St. Louis as it does in Texas? And you don't hear the people there complaining and crying?
I doubt it gets as hot in St. Louis as it does down in Texas.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, the humidity is different though in St. Louis. That's why it gets hotter. But since they took out the turf is what made it super hot in St. Louis before. Now they've gone to grass. I'm sure it's still hot as shit, but it's not as hot as the turf used to make it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I remember. I don't know if you guys remember, but you'd watch the game of the week or Saturday or whatever, and they'd show the little deal, and it would be like 129 on the field or something like that on that AstroTurf in St. Louis when Ozzy was playing and those guys.
Yeah, we were on Father's Day. We had a game for one of our local Premier League teams for my daughter's club. And we went and saw that, and it was hot up here. And we went out on the field, and I was passing the ball around with her and shooting with her on turf. And I took my sandals off, and it was just bare feet. And I didn't realize how hot it was. I stood in the same place for too long. I ended up with a burn. I had a blister on the bottom of my foot the size of like a silver dollar. It hurt like hell.
Wow.
It was crazy. I could not believe it got that hot. I did not understand that concept until that very moment. A little bit too late.
And see, AstroPlay, a lot of people think that the AstroPlay is completely different than AstroTurf in terms of the heat and all that kind of stuff. The only major difference in those two is the water absorption. You have an AstroPlay field, you can have a monsoon 2 hours before first pitch, and the outfield is dry if it stops within 45 minutes because it just soaks into those tires. But that heat, it's just like if you have, if you got your patio and you got that AstroTurf carpet on your patio, it ain't much different. Lay that in your grass and then figure out, how hot that's going to get. So I'm sorry to hear about your foot, but yeah, that's not uncommon, and a lot of people don't realize how hot that grass gets.
So if I can run it back to a football question. We can go around the room. I'll go last because you all know I'm a Niners fan. What's everyone's opinions and thoughts on the Brandon Ayuk request for a trade out of San Francisco?
Brandon Ayuk's not going anywhere. I mean, Debo Samuels asked for trade. Kobe Bryant asked for trade. Brandon Ayuk is not going anywhere. Mark my word, he will be a 49er opening day.
Dylan, do you think he's justified in asking for that trade? Do you think he's right in what he's doing, or should he really go for? Should he be rightful in going for that bag?
I think Brandon Ayuk believes he's more important than the team, but if you look at how the 49ers have paid their guys, they paid guys who are more important than Brandon Ayuk. Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Debo, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Brandon Ayuk almost doesn't fit the Niners because Brock Purdy's not a gunslinging quarterback. He's just a system guy.
Okay.
They talk about him over here on the radio a little bit. I also don't think he's going anywhere. Is this his last year? Is that what's going on?
Fifth year, yep.
So, did they offer him anything?
No, so they had the meetings in May. Kind of told him like where he was at, what he felt his worth was. After that, not for nothing, BA really didn't help his cause. He's on Instagram showing, footage of Commanders footage, watching their tape, other stuff of him being out and about with other people. Listen, I watch the guy weekly. The thing is, you see what you want about Brock. Brock really likes BA. A lot of big plays in the playoffs and the regular season. When you take away Debo and you take away McCaffrey, he loves going Ayuk. And it's going to suck if he does end up leaving or doesn't play, even his potential, or just rides the bench and sits out. It's going to stink for Brock because Brock really likes going to him in clutch plays, especially deep down the field. But no, there was no offer made. He was pretty much this is what I want. This is what I think I'm worth. Lynch was like, no. So since May, there's been no contract offered to him.
So I thought I heard they offered him a contract. It just wasn't at the number he wanted, but I could be wrong about that. I just think, just watching it from afar, he has been a little immature about it, and I think that hurts his, value or whatever you want to call it. But we have the same thing over here. Mari Cooper wants an extension. He said out mini camp. But he's 30 or 31, so it's a little bit different. But, I guess he wants another year of guarantee or whatever. But, I mean, can't San Fran just franchise him next year if they want to?
They could. I mean, honestly, I wish San Fran had just gotten the deal done after they lost in the Super Bowl and just got it done, because what happened was I feel like whatever they were trying to wait on, whatever they were like their strategy was, once these wide receivers started getting like these guaranteed contracts and moving up, it was almost like BA was like, yes. So it just sucks because to what Dylan said, he does fit into the offense. He does. When you cover all the other superstars and cover all the guys who are at the targets, Ayuk is the man who gets that ball. He gets you those extra 6 yards on a 3rd and 4. He'll get you the deep. He'll go over the middle. He'll get you in between. But it's unfortunate. At the point. Go ahead.
Did they pay Debo? I don't remember.
Yeah. Yep. Debo got the bag. McCaffrey, obviously. How can you not? I mean,
yeah.
It's just Brock's obviously going to be up soon. Brock, depending on how this year goes, he's gonna be needing a big contract. I think that's why they're scaling back and starting to restructure a lot of contracts too. Brock's going to have to get paid too, and he's going to demand a lot of money, rightfully so. So it's just it sucks. I hate to see Ayuk get out of there because he does fit in. He's that guy he's almost like Purdy's little whoopee. When everyone else is covered, BA's there getting open. He's getting the yards he needs. So it's an unfortunate situation. I just want one offseason as a 49er fan. Just be no bullshit. Sign who you got to sign, whatever. Just move on to the next year. No drama, no Debo. No, now it's Ayuk. And next year it's gonna be Purdy like in 2 years. Like, come on, man.
I think that's what the NFL lives on, though.
Yeah, they do. They love it. They love it. The salary cap just went up too, right? The cap didn't go up another like 15 million, I think.
Yeah, it's going to keep going.
Yeah,
up.
It's sick. It's sick.
It is.
These guys are doing. It's going to be at 200 million before we know it, man. These guys are nasty.
Yeah, but real quick, I know.
Yeah,
Rich wants to say something, but
you're good. You're good, man.
Tampa Bay struck gold by signing Mike Evans before all these dudes got all this money.
Yeah.
So they, to your point, yeah, it's a tough pill. I mean, what did the dude in Minnesota get? Like 37 a year or something like that?
Jefferson?
Yeah, Jefferson, yeah.
It's close to 40. It's close to 40.
Yeah.
What's he saying?
I think it's
35?
34, 35, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
It's one of those things. If you're Brand Ayuk, you wake up in the morning, you're taking a shit, you're having a cup of coffee, open up Twitter. Oh, this guy just got 35 million guaranteed.
yeah, I mean,
All right,
he's not worth that, but he's he's
no, he's definitely good. And if he does end up departing, the first rounder they just drafted out of Florida, which again, probably not the best pick in my opinion, wide receiver wise. He's injured now. They're saying he might be available for week 2. So you are going to lose somebody, but hopefully someone steps up off the bench. They had a couple of wide receivers they drafted this year that were pretty highly touted. But again, you do have Debo, you got CMC, you got your guys. So it's just,
I think they'll be all right either way. Yeah. But he'll play.
Love to see him run it back one more time against the Chiefs. Shanahan's got to figure it out.
Sorry, Rich.
0-3 against Andy Reid.
Oh, you're good. You're good, John. You're good, man. No, I have said from the very beginning of this whole thing with Ayuk that he's going to end up in black and gold. He's going to end up in a Steelers uniform, and it'll probably cost us a 2 or a 3, but and you get an extension signed with it. But I think he ends up in Steelerland.
Mark it down. You know where I think he ends up? And it hurts me inside to say this, like physically, like
Seattle.
No. New England.
No, he's not. Oh,
New England.
They have a lot of money to burn with a new rookie quarterback. Listen, if there's a trade to be had, they're there to throw a couple. They'll throw 1 or 2 first-round draft picks. May all want the pick. I'm telling you, New England. You think I want to turn on Sundays and see him playing down the street in Gillette? Hell no. But New England has a lot of draft capital, a lot of a lot of elements for trades. They got the money, they got draft picks, and no one's gonna think they're doing too hot. So taking a first-round draft pick to New England, you might be guaranteed a top 10, top 11 pick, maybe.
John Lynch turned down that trade today.
The Pats one?
Yeah.
Thank God. This was working until 7:30 tonight, so thank God. Okay, great.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. There's one fit that's better than New England, better than Pittsburgh, better than anyone. Brandon Ayuk to the Bills makes so much sense.
Oh yeah, no. That's your Diggs replacement.
I'm over the Bills.
Bring them to Detroit.
You wish.
We're paying
him on the other
attention.
side of Amon
Oh,
Ra.
Dylan, I didn't think that. He fits in well with the Bills, man. That's actually really good. That's good. I didn't even think of that.
It
Honestly,
makes sense, which is why they won't do it.
Oh shit! Listen, Ayuk, someone like Ayuk, from what he's done there in 4 years, it's going to be a first rounder and some decent guys who can play when they come over. You're not looking for some rookies. You're looking for a stud and a pick. If you can get those two up, you can have Ayuk. But I don't think there's any team out there right now like someone like Ayuk he's good. He's good, but is he that number 2? He's not a number 1. He's not. Is he a number 2? Are you willing to risk a draft pick and a stud for that to trade that to another team? Let's see. Plus, he's going to come, like you said, he's going to come with an extension. It's not going to be I'm coming for one. No, I'm coming. You signing me long term, and I'm coming in. So it's going to be interesting. But Dylan might be right. He might end up a Niner. But I don't want him here. He's going to be disgruntled. He's going to take plays off. It's just gross. I don't want to see that. It's just he's already get him out of here. Straight. Give me a first round pick.
It's been a mess. Like it's Purdy's favorite receiver, and it's seen week to week.
Yeah. If you look at the stats, he's always go. It's when everyone else, it's going to go CMC. He's out of the backfield. Oh, it's deep. Nope. Ayuk. 5-6 yarder first down, over the middle, right between the first down. It's sad. The one person that's gonna have to suffer here is Purdy, because Purdy's like, shit, now I gotta find someone else that I'm comfortable with to go to. Hopefully it's one of the guys out of the draft or somebody whoever that comes over in a trade. So But if he goes to the Bills, what do the Bills give up, Dylan?
Buffalo's got an extra 2 because of the Diggs trade.
Okay. Wait,
That
you
might
said
be-
a two rounder?
That might be Cleveland's too, by the way.
Because Ayuk's not going for anything less than a first rounder.
I think
Can't
it's
see-
Houston's second.
Oh yeah, he will. Oh yeah, he will because
think
of the
so?
lack
You
of
think it is?
lack of long term. Because he could be a rent a player. I think if somebody like I'm saying if Pittsburgh threw a 2 and a 3 out there, San Fran would take it. If they
I
threw a
think San
2 and a
Fran's looking
3,
for
I
a
think
pick,
San Fran take it.
pick and a player. I'll even go down to the 2, but it's got to be a player coming back, somebody who he can just that Shanahan can throw into the offense.
And that's fine too. We
Yeah.
can, I'm sure there's somebody the Steelers could send back there, but I don't see if he had more years on the contract, I could see a 1. But knowing the fact that this is a contract year, and yes, the Steelers could franchise him and all that good stuff, but I think that he's worth a 2 and a player, which is fine. He's going to be your number 2 because I think Pickens is developing into your 1. So Ayuk is a very strong 2.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Okay. Now, what if he's going over with a contract signing like in hand? Still a 2?
Well, if he's going to be locked in long term to the Steelers, then yeah, I would go a 1. I would give up a 1.
He's going over. He's getting like a 4 or 5, 6 year deal, whatever it is, for X amount for the bag. That in turn,
Then I
needs
give
a
him 1.
Yeah.
No,
But I
absolutely.
agree. A 2 and a stud. I agree with that. I can see that happen. Absolutely. With just a 1 year, hey, rent a guy, and then he's going to go, okay, I'll go to this team. I'll bust my ass. I'll put up some numbers. I'll do my thing, and then I'll hit the free agent market again, see what happens. I get you. No, absolutely. That makes sense. I agree with that.
Steve, speaking of Ike, how excited was it to be in Detroit last year for that run?
It was pretty sweet. I've always been in Michigan. I was born in Arizona, but I've been in Michigan most of all my life, and the Lions have always sucked, man. They've always just been horrible. Even up until that very end, I was like, they're going to let us down. I was one of those guys. I couldn't believe it that they were going to continue on doing as well as they did. But it was cool. I think you see that from any city. You know what I mean? I don't know. What are your guys? I'll throw a weird question out there. What are your thoughts on any of it being manipulated as far as with sports betting? And the NFL to me is an entertainment industry, right? I mean, yeah, your players have got talent. I understand and believe that. And this might not be a super popular opinion, but I do believe that at some point too, there is the entertainment aspect of it. That it's a multi-gajillion industry. And now with the influx of all of the sports betting and how many states have made it something that you can do, I noticed certain trends last year and just watching stuff where it was like, I watched the odds flip and then all of a sudden some crazy shit would happen in the game. Yeah. Maybe that's my mental whatever, right? Like I'm piecing stuff together that doesn't really exist. But at the same time, I was like, man, Vegas doesn't lose. Vegas won't lose. It's not what they're in the money to do. They're in the business.
So you go on the route of dare say of TKO and WWE? Like, are we fixing things here?
I'm just saying, man.
No, I'm just saying. But at what point are we doing like?
Yeah. Like, I mean,
go one way or another. Are we going?
I don't think it's far off.
There's someone in the ref's ear going, "Take that call."
Yeah, I mean, is it refs? Who's in on it? You got to have a lot of people involved to actually pull it off. But who's to say they're not?
The refs got to be in on it, man. They're signing NDAs, man. They got to be in on it because that's got to be a group. Yeah. You can't have one guy run into the group and be like, "This is the way." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, no. Call it this. It's got to be everybody.
I'm just saying, yeah, it would be. Anybody I bring that up to, and I got people I talk to that think the same kind of things. They're just like, yeah, I can't imagine that so many people would be on. I was like, these fucking guys are making, 30, 40, $50 million a year.
They're disgustingly rich.
You think that they're not cool with throwing a play or tossing up some BS interception or some junk to toss a game? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if they're going full scripted endings, but definitely the point of, okay, throw that, give it the 1st and 10, give them that opportunity to make it easier on them, and the odds are better for them to win it.
Right.
Because if we're going full,
I can see that.
scripted finish. Shit, man. Like I love wrestling, but damn, I don't want to watch that on Sundays too, man. Like I want to be somewhat. But no, you're right. I think if it's one of those where shit, not even like the Mahomes thing, like throw a flag. All right, that's the 1st and 10. Now, guess what? We gave you that. See what you can do with it now. But you're on your own. I'm not calling it. No, I agree. No, I'm the same way. I watch it. Watch a lot of games, and I'm like, no, that doesn't even make any sense. And then you go on and you're like, oh shit, look at now. It's all if you put the bet in here, you're good.
Yeah, I just want to be in on it. That's all I'm saying.
Someone give me a lifeline. Let's go.
Right. What you got, Dylan?
You know me. You know, everybody's in drafts. You know me. I do more basketball drafts than they're all states in the union right now. I was wondering if anybody would like to join one of my drafts.
I don't have time for it. Sorry, man.
Yeah, not right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, can't do it right now.
Maybe
In fact, I got a boogie here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I got to bust out here in a minute, actually. I got my
Steve,
kids.
I got to know, was that the
Speaking-
famous lady on the couch behind you a couple minutes ago?
No, that was my 13-year-old.
No,
Speaking of that, though, are we
Oh.
doing the driver to the top league?
Rich, I thought you were setting that up, boss.
There's 6 of us here right now. We need 4 more. Let's go.
Yeah, I got to set it up. Steve and me, you guys were, and Dylan, I don't think you were here either whenever we were first talking about it. But what I would like to do is do something completely different. Make it as, we can put whatever rules in we want to and that kind of crazy stuff, but make it a charity league. Everybody throws in $20 and winner $200 goes to their favorite charity in their name.
Steve, if
So,
you'd be interested in joining us.
if you guys would be interested in doing, I mean, if it's 10 team, yeah, football. If we have 10, we do a 10 team. If we have 12, we'll do a 12 team.
Gotta do it for a belt, too,
whatever.
baby. Gotta do it for a belt.
Yeah, we can figure out a way to get a hold of a belt, sure. But but the winners, but it's something, you're not winning, your charity is winning. And it's something that, something near to you. So if it's, something local, maybe you've got like a food pantry or something that's near and dear to your heart, or a hospital of some kind, children's hospital or something like that. Whatever it is, but the winners purse, and they get everything, goes to the charity of the winner's choice. If you guys want to get in,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll play.
I'll do that.
I was in at one point like 7 or 8 fantasy leagues, and it was just so overbearing, and I just dumped it all. And so
Where'd you place
anyway,
them?
I think I won 2 of them, and this was for a few years running, and it was just
All right.
it was stressful. It was
That's good money.
It was crazy. I think I won 2 of them, but they were like our shitty small leagues. It was like $25, buying it.
Oh, not the
playing
big guy.
ones for $100 or $200 and be out of the money in those ones. But yeah, so I dumped everything. I didn't play anything last year, and I missed it because it gave me a reason to watch more and know more and to stay in tune with it. And so when I wasn't doing it last year, it was totally weird. So I'll get on a couple this year.
Just watching your players, like you get to watch the whole game and see a lot more of what's going on instead of just throw with my fucking guy and give me points.
Fantasy football ruined football for me. It's like, dude,
It does change perspective on everything.
it does. I agree.
Especially when you got players playing against each other. You're sitting there like, all right, I need 125 more yards out of you, but I need the opposing wide receiver to give me 75 at a TD, and we got like 7 minutes left. So,
And especially when like the guy you need to go off is playing like your team, and you're like, shit, I don't want to do this, but please get him a touchdown, let him score.
I hate that.
sucks.
Yep.
That sucks.
it goes against every logical way of playing fantasy football. I do not draft anyone that puts that rating on their helmet. It's not a logo, it's a rating. That star on the side of their helmet. They're not on my fantasy team. I don't care if you could give me all of them. Doesn't matter. I'll take whoever else. I will draft the third string tight end from the Bears before I'll draft a Cowboy.
Well, Rich,
Amen. Amen, brother.
I know we all say that now, but last year the Cowboys were the leading team in points at the end
I
of the year.
understand.
Where'd
they
that get
had
him?
all kind of fantasy points.
It didn't get them anywhere, but it got a lot of fantasy points.
Oh yeah, they had a crap load of fantasy points, and they can keep. I refuse to cheer for the Cowboys in any way, shape, or form. It just is not going to happen.
I've been to the stadium though, and it is huge, and it is a nice stadium.
Before everyone goes,
Yeah.
I know some people said they got it. I know some people said they got to get out of here. This needs to be studied. Going around. What the heck? Why can't the Cowboys win the big one? And I know Dak Prescott's going to be the answer, but what is it about that they need to change to get themselves over the hump and into a Super Bowl?
They've had such good players.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You can't keep saying that.
I mean, honestly,
here's one of the things.
Honestly, we haven't won a playoff game since 2017.
But you also had a losing record for like how long?
Oh my God! Fuck that. What does regular season get me? Nothing. Just Cowboys. It's like the Cowboys scoring 538 points in a regular season. It don't get you anywhere in the playoffs. Just to let you know, John, you want to look at a record? We're 9-8 in the playoffs. I mean,
it's still a winning record.
8-9 under Tomlin in the playoffs, and all 8 of those wins pretty much came from the 2 Super Bowl runs.
Yeah,
he hasn't won shit.
You got him a contract though.
I am not a Tomlin guy, and I'm not getting wound up tonight. But I can't stand that guy.
You wanted to see him go?
I do.
Who would you if it wasn't Tomlin who got a deal? Who would you have put in place of Tomlin?
I don't give a shit.
You want to hear good conversation about that? Catch us tomorrow night, because we always end up getting into the Steelers conversation about the coaching.
I'm about to jump into this. I gotta hear this shit, man.
I just can't say the same cliches, the same fucking bullshit. You never get a full sentence out of the guy. He says like 3 words, and all the media is like, okay, we can write a story. They walk away. It's fucking garbage, dude. Fucking garbage.
All right, back to the Cowboys problem. Jesus.
Going back to the Cowboys problem. Here's the biggest thing that I can tell you. And as someone that's in Texas and is around all these wild and crazy and sometimes stupid Cowboys fans, but those ones that are ignorant and have the rose-colored glasses on or blue-colored glasses on, I guess you should say. Who they're good, but who on this team in a prominent role, who on this team has won a damn thing? Who has won a Super Bowl that's in a prominent position on this? Who's made it to an NFC championship that's in a prominent role on this team? Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, et cetera, et cetera. None of them. When they go after free agents, they don't go after free agents that have won. When they draft guys, of course, now they've had decent drafts, especially with their first-round picks, since Jerry quit drafting and Steven started. They've done well, with getting the Travis Fredericks and the Zach Martins and the CeeDee Lambs and that kind of stuff. No questions. But when you look at that roster and tell me how many guys have actually won a freaking thing. If I'm looking at it right, that number is 0. And you got to have guys that know how to win. McCarthy doesn't throw the ball. McCarthy doesn't run the ball. Yes, he's won a Super Bowl. Great. Fantastic. He also had Brett Favre in the backfield throwing the ball. Dak Prescott ain't Brett Favre by any stretch of the imagination.
Rich, we lost
Dak Prescott thinks he's Brett Favre.
We lost Aaron Rodgers, to let everyone know. We didn't lose to Brett Favre.
We didn't what?
We lost to Aaron Rodgers, not Brett Favre.
Oh, by the way, Aaron Rodgers might be the most overrated quarterback in league history.
Oh, no.
I mean, for
this is where Rich is going to get the guy in the top middle fired up. Most overrated quarterback in the history of football? His name's Tom Brady.
100%. What?
He made an entire career out of a cheap hit, a bad call, and a cheating coach.
What?
The cheap
For-
hit was Mo Lewis on Bledsoe. The bad call is the Tuck rule that he has admitted was a bad call. And of course, if I knew the plays, I could be the quarterback of a team and win Super Bowls too.
But if you look at Aaron Rodgers, he's gotten, 4 or 5 NFC championship games. You only gave me once when Jay Cutler hurt his knee.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is overrated, no question. But the most overrated quarterback in the history of football is Tom Brady.
Nashville's underwater.
If you're looking at Tom Brady play-wise and record-wise, you got to like him, LeBron James. If you play long enough and you do enough things, oh, come on, man, really?
Well, and LeBron James, to me, is the most overrated basketball player of all time.
That's what I'm saying. If you play long enough and you do long enough and you stay in the same team, do enough, you're going to break all the records. Again, it's hard for me. I live up here. I'm not a hater. I'm not. Tom Brady, awesome. Not the Joe Montana stuff. I'm not trying to do that. Tom played in a totally different era, just like LeBron played in a totally different era from MJ. So both guys need to be put in those different eras. Brady, God bless him, got those championships that we had to do. Went down in Tampa Bay, got it done his first year. Awesome. Very overrated.
We're not
very, very
How
overrated.
do you explain that then?
And when you look at, huh?
How do you explain that then? When Brady left and went down to Tampa Bay.
Well,
Could Brady had any more stars on that team that signed?
Brady walked in.
7 or 8 All-Stars that
Yeah,
signed
Brady walked into a team. He basically walked into an apple that didn't have a core. They needed that quarterback to fill the middle because you had an awesome Hall of Fame coach. You had a ton of really, really good players on that team.
And how many
didn't have a quarterback
once he signed?
Say again?
How many teams, at least 3 or 4 players came down to the team once he did sign in Tampa Bay, and one came down.
Right, but he had Evans, he had Godwin, he had you had Bruce Arians, who I would still love to have back on the sidelines for the Steelers. You had got the guy in that defense. That team was ready to win. It just needed a quarterback, and Brady fit that role. Sir,
Stafford go to the Rams. The same situation.
Exact same situation. Yeah,
because he didn't have shit in Detroit. I mean, he did, but not enough shit.
Right. If Stafford was quarterback in this team you guys have now, probably be similar results. But yeah, he dropped into the perfect situation and got him a Super Bowl.
And Tom wasn't stupid. He went to the right place where he knew he could win. He saw the pieces that were around him. Again, I'm not shit on the guy. Any one of us would have done that. Wouldn't do that. He just.
I mean, everybody said he was going to Frisco.
Yeah, go ahead.
Remember everybody said he was going to Frisco?
Yeah, I know. Hometown boy coming home.
Said he was. I'm going home. I'm going to Frisco.
Same conversation. Look what was in San Francisco. If Tom came over, ring. It would have been over. Like, it's just he picked a situation where to go.
He picked perfect.
But at the end of the day, just like I say about Barry Bonds, you can juice up. Your nuts can be small. Your head can be big. You still got to hit the ball and hit it over the wall. Brady could have went anywhere with all-stars on the front, on either side of the ball. He still went out there, got it done, and that's why he's the GOAT. So, not hating. I'm just saying he definitely picked the best situation where the odds were definitely in his favor. So, but again,
Tom Brady made Troy Brown a MVP of the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't need big stars, man. That man, he made everyone else around him the best. I can't wait to hear his commentary. I'm so excited this year to hear Tom Brady commentary. I'm pumped. It's going to be like
I kind of would do it on Netflix. I like Tom Brady when he's unleashed.
Dude, that was a sweet roast.
That was best ever, man. Oh man. Fuck you,
I'm gonna say that
I would have told you I cheated. Like, motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
Jay, you're good. You'll get this. I don't know if everybody else will or not, and I'll explain it. I am praying that Tom Brady is Mike Adamle on Raw whenever he does commentary.
Oh God.
I am praying that. I want him to fall so flat because they're making him sound like the second coming of Jack Buck, not Joe Buck, who's overrated in his own, but of his dad or of Pat Summerall or so. They're making him sound like the second coming of one of these guys, and the dude has never commentated a game in his life. So let's not
Yeah,
try
but he's been
to
around the
change
game
it.
long
I
enough. I don't think he's going to do that.
Know about the game. He's almost like that's why Hub and Belichick. That's how they share the brain. He does have a mind for the game. So to hear him talk, I mean, the guy can see it. He sees what's going on. It's going to be Romo, but elevated, more intellectual. Nothing against Tony Romo, but
As someone that's done it for 20 years, as a 20-year broadcaster, ain't that easy. I've had a ton of guys that I've worked with and that kind of thing.
Next Al Michaels or jumping into the booth. But there's some dudes I think he can definitely be better, man. So who would you pick, Tom Brady or Troy Aikman?
As a color guy,
As a color guy.
I don't know. I haven't heard Brady yet.
But the fact you don't even know, and you know the fact you don't even know, but you know what Troy Aikman sounds like, that tells you enough. Brady has a shaky shot.
I know Aikman. I know Aikman is good.
Mhm.
I haven't heard Brady yet. Do I hope he falls on his face? Yes. But he may turn out to be Troy Aikman. Aikman's good. Is he spectacular? No, but he's pretty good.
Who did they pair?
I don't think he's as good as Moose Johnston.
Who are they pairing Brady with? Is that a set team? I know they're the A team. Who's he paired with?
Isn't it Joe Davis?
No.
Or is it Kevin Harlan? Or Kevin Burkhardt?
Is it Eagle?
Burkhardt and Brady.
Okay.
Kevin Burkhardt.
Okay. Burkhardt's good, man. He can boost the
Burkhardt's good. Burkhardt's good. Like I say, you're asking me to go Aikman or Brady. Talk to me again about halfway through the season after I've had a chance to hear him a few times.
Hey, it can't be more. Hey, Tom Brady broadcasting the Super Bowl won't be any worse than Tony Romo.
I think Romo's really
Brady
good.
over Collinsworth any day of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Collinsworth, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even
There's
that.
not much
Collinsworth is just so biased when he makes his calls. It's like
Dude, just touch quarterbacks' dicks the whole fucking time.
no, for real.
Yeah, there's not much worse than Collinsworth.
Jesus.
Hey guys, I gotta jump out of here. I gotta jump out of here. So learn on that football deal. I'll see if I can do this a little more here and there. If you guys got open stuff, and
we do this every Tuesday, Steve. You're welcome.
I'll send all the details in the group tweet.
Cool. All right, guys.
Twitter.
Thanks for having me.
See you, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Okay.
How's it going, buddy?
Good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you guys.
Likewise. You tell me
Yeah, I'm gonna have to boogie.
Jamie didn't get on today's group? Oh man. We had 7 of us.
John, you've been quiet for about 20 minutes. See.
I don't know. It's past my bedtime.
Yeah, I got to boogie myself, guys. I know we got the thing tomorrow, Adam. I'm definitely ready for that. Of course, we'll talk skeins and all that kind of good stuff. But it's always a pleasure, guys. But we got an early day tomorrow.
All right, Rich.
All right, Rich, take it easy.
All right, Rich, have a good one.
All right, boys. See y'all later.
So, John, while I got you on here, John, what was it like? Was Rhea Ripley supposed to come back that early?
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been in tune with the WWE as much lately, so I'm kind of lost. I gotta get back on track, especially since I'm going into the league.
Your guy is right up diagonal from you. That's your guy. Right?
I do watch AEW every week, even though I don't know. I have it. Yeah, I have it taped. I just
all right. Dynamite's a good product. I don't mind that.
Well, you're in it, so I mean, how can you?
Get out of here! Stop it! Both just shut up, all you. This be a way better setup.
What
was your question, Rhea Ripley?
Yeah, what was that planned, or was that early, or
no? So early reports, myself, a couple other outlets reported it that it was going to be Rhea and Liv. Pretty much, they swerved out. Oh, she's not getting surgery. She's doing whatever kind of physical therapy training. She's going to take her another 6 to 8 weeks. It was to swerve everybody, get them out of there. So it's not. I talked about it, I think, back in mid-June. It was going to be Rhea, Liv. Rhea's not winning this match. There's a lot of juice in this rivalry. You're looking at 2-3 matches, depending on how they're going to figure out the endings. But this is just one and done. Like Rhea's not coming in and squashing her. She could, but that'd be too easy. And we got. I'm not saying get this all the way to Mania, but definitely get this down the road like the end of the year. So, but no, she was always planning to come back before SummerSlam. That was the deal. But word got out, posters came out, so they're like, "Oh no, she has other stuff to do." And they tried to back it up, but obviously that's why everyone knew when like Damian started acting a little weird on Raw. They knew who was there and knew who was coming out. So it's good to see her back, man. She's an amazing talent. Judgment Day elevated her. That's exactly what happened when Copeland made this. He made it for people who to elevate themselves and kind of get better. And Rhea is going to be a monster singles competitor for the next 3 to 5 years in the women's division. She's going to be amazing. She's almost like a modern day China. She's amazing, built like crazy and a lot bigger than a lot of dudes in there. So, but she's an awesome athlete as well. So I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. Wrestling's fun again. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I mean WrestleMania was pretty awesome.
Yeah. That's the best version of The Rock I've seen, man. I grew up with him, man, and seeing him like that was like, yes, let's go. But even AEW too, like if you watch that, like they get shit on a lot. I'm equal with opportunity. I watch both. I buy the pay-per-views, I buy the PLEs, I buy them all, man. But AEW is kind of finally finding their way. They got some storylines, they're building some cool stuff.
I think, with MJF coming back, it's a big help, but
yeah, no, absolutely.
I think there's just too much going on in there. It's like, and they'll like go down a route and then just drop it. Like there's no closure to it.
Yeah.
And but
if Tony just gives up creative to someone who knows what they're doing, honestly, they have the people, MJF back, like the whole Mariah May, Tony Storm thing. That's great storytelling. You got stuff with Samoa Joe and Hook. Like you guys have the stories. If you just get someone to put them in order, put the book and the chapters in order in the book, they could be very good. It's good for wrestling for them to be a good number 2. I see people, AW die, blah, blah, blah. No, you want them to succeed because it's good for them and good for WWE. It's good. I want more than one thing to watch. Okay. Like 10 years ago, it sucked having just WWE. This is trash. Give me something, please. So it's good to have multiple products. I'm excited. I think AEW is on the turnaround. They're on the uptake. And give them another like probably 6 months to a year, getting a new deal with Warner Brothers. I think they'll be good.
Do you listen to Jim Cornette's podcast?
I try not to, but I get through some of them. Yeah.
He just destroys AEW.
But you know what though? It's like it's just like Vince Russo though. Vince Russo destroys WWE, and it's like the whole Wyatt Six thing. These guys are in mass. They're coming out here in mass. I'm like, dude, calm down, relax, just let it go. Look at some of the stuff you guys got in AEW. Calm down. Like, I think it's great though. I love the competition. I love both companies. I think it's good, and everyone, the tribalism needs to lay low a little bit. Like it just needs I like it to ice cream. You like vanilla, you like chocolate, you like strawberry. Your bowl's a bit. You got a big bowl. Put them all in there. Watch them all. Open your mind. Watch the new stuff. You know what I mean? So,
you mean like WWE and WCW War at the Beach?
But that's the thing, though. WCW. It's funny. Everyone. Example for those of you that know that watch, right? Ricochet goes to AEW. Yay! Stephanie Lagar goes to WWE. Boo. It's not okay for one to go to another one to go to the other, and then you boo it and cheer it. Keep the same energy. They're going to jump just like they did in WWE and WCW.
Right.
But if you can learn one thing from Eric Bischoff is keep at it, get on the show. Dynamite needs to move to Mondays. Well, maybe not right now because they're going against Netflix. Pick another day. But you need to go against other people and just keep hacking at it. Just keep going and figure out what works. The 5-star matches and the instant gratification are not working for Tony. Give it to creative. Give it to someone to build the stories, which they're doing. Very much credit and flowers over to them. They're doing that. Elevate that to Revolution next year, which is their WrestleMania, and turn the page next year and start building your stories. Until you do that, like talk to Bischoff. The talking shit about WWE all the time gets a little tiresome. But if you pick your shots, you make it make sense, then it's cool. The weird thing about it is WWE doesn't even mention AEW. So it's like you don't even fucking exist. But if you start kind of getting under their skin and making an impression and your ratings start going up, then you'll get a nod from WWE. Then it's on. That's what you need.
So what I liked about AEW when it first was on TBS or TNT or whatever is it brought back some of the old school stuff, and like some of the moves have gone away a little, more blood, more all that.
Yep.
Like this, how old are you?
I'll be 40 in a couple months.
All right, so I'm 40 as well. So like right when we grew up, Attitude Era, grew up watching all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of liked it. I think what killed them was that summer, 2 summers ago, whenever it happened, when I felt like it was a week, like Daniel Bryan got hurt, and then CM Punk got hurt, and Cody left, and it was like, oh.
Then after that, it's almost like it's MJF and all the other guys, Adam Cole.
And then and then they had a good thing going with Adam Cole, and then he got hurt. So
I said this so long ago on one of my podcasts on Spotify. I was like, it's one of those things where Tony was going to fill the cabinet too much and not have enough time for all the talent.
Yeah.
You can go other places, but you have to have a place for them. That's the problem. WWE has a lot of people, but they have 3 different shows. They put some of their main guys down on NXT. You have to make sense when you sign these free agents.
Right.
Like they just signed WWE just signed Motor City Machine Guns from TNA. They're going to NXT. They're building a tag team division. They'll move their way up in 6 months. When Tony brings someone in, run a Dynamite. Because nobody's watching Collision. You don't have a third show because Rampage is taped. And the online thing didn't work. And not for nothing, Tony Khan fumbled Ring of Honor. That should be a third brand on its own, by itself, not even talking about AEW. Right. But again, I digress. But it's one of those things where it's almost like you have another promotion, Ring of Honor. If you move that the right way, sidestep it, take your 15, 20 guys who have nothing, put them over here. Now you haven't put a commissioner, put a general manager, whatever you want to do. Now it's its own brand. They become the NXT of AEW. It's very easy. It's very simple moves. And what do I know? I don't, I'm just sitting and doing a podcast, but you have Ring of Honor that's literally your third brand. That's literally the NXT. It's right under Tony's nose. It's right there. And if someone just took it and made it and did it the right way, it would solve literally all their problems. You could fit 35 to 40 guys on that roster and make 1 or 2 weekly shows a week with Ring of Honor.
I mean, they got, Miro, and they got the Spanish dude who's married to Flair's daughter.
Nope, he's back.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No, my bad. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah,
they took these guys and they didn't do anything with them. They didn't know what to do with them, and they just, it was just like going to, them being at WWE where they got buried. They got buried at AEW as well. Yeah. They just had nothing to do with them. So,
and Miro is an amazing talent, man. He really is. That dude he did the Redeemer thing. He came up with his own shit. They signed his wife. They just let her go. They let her go in April. The budget cuts, and he hasn't been on TV. You don't think he's the next one out? You don't think he's going back?
I just figured he was gone. Wait, did you say Sammy Guevara went to WWE?
No, Miro. They let his wife. They let Lana go. She's gone.
Well, they broke up or whatever. They got separated or whatever.
Yeah. But Guevara and what's her Taya?
Oh yeah, Taya some, yeah.
Yeah, I apologize. Mello or something.
Yeah.
But he's been off TV. You have it's just Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks is the biggest piece. That man is a star if you use him the right way. He's just biding his time for his contract. He's going to show up in NXT at some point. But WWE also has plenty of guys, Ricochet, other guys. You got Bronson Reed who are just getting buried week after week. You don't think they're going to be like, screw this, I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah.
But that's just wrestling. That's the way it should be. You should have WWE being the good thing of going with TNA because now they can kind of interchange their talent, which makes sense. But again, I'm a proponent for AEW succeeding. If they go under, if Tony Khan won in 3 months was to go, guys, I got to pull the plug. Dad won't give me any more money. I'm broke. We can't afford a deal. We're done. It sucks. WWE becomes stagnant again. Maybe they don't under Paul Levesque and TKO, but you do though, because when you have no competition, you do good, but that's all you need to do. There's no
Right.
reason for you to have to go higher because who's going to beat you? But I think Netflix is probably the biggest blow. To your point, though, of AEW being edgy again. I love turning on, see him swearing, the blood, all of it. The biggest blow was them going to Netflix. It's dude, a CM Punk with a live mic on Netflix week 1. Whew. Oh, jeez.
So are they?
Cinema.
Well, one, when does that start? And 2, are they going back to like swearing and all that on Netflix?
TV 14 is gone. TV 14 is back, starting July 5th, 3rd, and it's July 3rd. Starts the new year.
Okay.
Yep. TV 14 is back on Raw. Only on Raw. They're fighting for CW right now to get NXT to be TV 14.
Gotcha.
I feel like CW is going to end up being a new, again, you're older. Like I feel like CW is going to kind of be edgy with that and becoming like a new Spike TV.
Yeah.
Get some new kind of stuff over there, but I like it. I think needs to be the alternative.
I forgot about TNA on Spike TV. That was great.
Oh, dude, TNA, man, like if they had their roster, their roster is great. They need a platform, and they will be great. They just need a place to go. And I think with WWE helping them, they can make. With them maybe leaving, maybe they go to USA, maybe they go to somebody. But dude, TNA has a great roster of people. They really do, and they could really be a place to tune into for 2 hours a week.
So, how pissed off is USA, which is owned by NBC, right? How pissed off are they that they're leaving Monday Night Raw?
They didn't. WWE needed the bag. It's like they still got Peacock, which is still NBC. They got Peacock for 2 more years. NBC wasn't going to pony up $5 billion.
Yeah,
it's just like what? That's a stupid amount of money. That's stupid. But at the end of the day, too, if you watch wrestling and you see how kind of they like to conform everything to one place. Once the Peacock contract runs out, once the SmackDown contract runs out, it's all going to Netflix. It's all going to Netflix. The library, it's all going to Netflix. Netflix is going to be your one-stop shop for WWE, which is a bold move because you're taking away from network TV and people have to pay to see it. But it worked for WWE Network. People looked at Vince like, you're an idiot. WWE Network paid billions of dollars. So Netflix becomes a WWE Network. So
is Netflix going to get the pay-per-views, or is that only going to be on WWE Network?
So they're still going to be on Peacock for now. But once that contract runs out, where are they going to go? Netflix.
Whoever pays the most.
I'm telling you, they didn't pay $5 billion for just Raw. There's a backdoor handshake, nod, smile. Listen, when these contracts run out, we'll bring them over here. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. But I agree, man. I love this. Listen, that's my 17 hours a week to get away from reality. If it's swearing, bloods, chairs, whatever stupid stuff they're doing, I'm for it. So
right. But yeah, I mean, was that Friday Rampage is pretty bad, and I don't mind Collision, but it's I know nobody's watching. I have one friend that sends me the stats every week, and he's like, dude, and like the stadiums have like 2,000 people in it. Like no one's even going.
So they have a stadium this upcoming Saturday. It's a 10,000 seat stadium. No, 7,000 seat stadium. They set out to sit 950 people. It's this Saturday. They only sold 700 tickets.
Where's it at?
Shit. I don't remember where it is this Saturday. I do know they're coming to the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield, September 27th. They haven't announced it yet. Insider information. Because when we talked about it at one of our quarterly meetings, they said they just signed AEW Collision. So I know they're coming for a fact. I'm buying tickets. I'm going to go. But Mass Mutual Center is not like the DCU Center in Worcester. DCU Center sits 13,000 people. Mass Mutual Center sits 9,000. And I guarantee you it's set up for 3,000, if not less.
Yeah.
You got to find a way to have people tune in. There's a reason why people watch Raw. They watch SmackDown. But not for nothing, no, not taking away from Tony Khan. Collision was made for CM Punk because he didn't want to play nice with everybody in the sandbox.
Right.
So you're like, okay, Collision's Punk show. People will tune in to see Punk every week. They did literally people talked about it. It was a low key brand extension.
Yeah.
Punk left. Fuck.
Yeah. Now it's FTR show.
Yeah, they were going to have 2 belts. They were going to do the AEW the X and then the regular AEW. Then they were going to do a new belt. Punk talked about all the plans, and then was like, oh shit, now, damn. Your best bet right now is to probably put MJF on Collision or do some weird. They're going to have to do a brand split. They honestly are backed into a corner now where if Tony was like, fuck it, let's copy him. Let's however the hell you want to talk about. He's NFL, right? He's the Jags. Do an NFL draft. Do it draft style, like everyone wants WWE to do it.
Right.
Do stats, do draft, do war rooms, do whatever the hell you got to do. That's the best way to do it for AW. Make it legit draft. Do what WWE hasn't done. Do it like an actual draft, like you're doing you know what I mean? Like different rounds, shit like that. That's your best bet. Then you put, you got to be able to put yourself out and put MJF or, Ricky Starks or this tech or Mercedes over on Saturday night. You got to put somebody over here. You put Mercedes over on Saturday night, ratings go up. You got to be willing to put yourself out, though, and look at TNT and TBS and go, hey, we got to do this because we need to take care of this shit, too. So,
do that many people like to watch that Mercedes chick?
I've heard she's got great reviews. I'm not a hater. She's good. I mean, she's gotten better on her promo work because she's focused on like one person being a heel, which is good. In WWE, she's kind of all over the place. Like, was she a heel? Was she a face? Am I good? Am I bad? What am I talking about? She's gotten better. She has a little more leniency to talk, swear, how she would really. She has a little more swag now. No, she's good, man. She gets people in.
I mean, I was shocked how much they promoted her. I'm like, well, I didn't know she was like this big of a deal because they were hyping that up for like 6 weeks. And I heard a few weeks before who it was or whatever. And that was in Boston. They did that.
I know. I wanted to get the big business so bad. I tried getting passes. Couldn't go. Fuck. But as soon as they named it big business, literally in the bottom on the TV guard, it said boss. I'm like,
right. Yeah.
Come on. No, man. But at the end of the day, AW's right there. They just got to. I'm not down for copying, but they need to do some kind of weird draft and get people watching Collision. They really do. You put some good guys. That's what I mean. Set drafts. I have to watch Wednesday to see so and so. I have to watch Saturday to watch so and so. I have to. That's what you got in WWE. If I want to see Braun Breaker, gotta watch it on Monday nights. If I want to see LA Knight, gotta watch Friday night. And that's it. That's the biggest thing that Triple H, that Paul Levesque stopped from Vince McMahon. Oh, we're gonna let these guys go everywhere. No, fuck you. No, we're not. You want to see him? Tune in Monday. You want to see him again? You want to see him? Pay your money to see him on Friday because you're not going to see him on Monday. So pay your money to see him at either show. That's how you do it, and that's how they built it up. But again, it takes time. Draft extension, brand extension sucked for Vince for a good 8 to 12 months. But then everyone went, oh shit, they're really not going to put that guy on Monday night. Nope. Only when it's the Rumble, maybe Mania, or Money in the Bank guy. That's it. So I think that's the best way. If Tony Khan was sitting here right now in this chat room, take my idea, don't pay me for it. Brand extension, a hard brand extension, people on different shows, go. Your ratings are going to go up. People are going to buy more tickets for the house show. MJF's only on Saturdays? Fuck Dynamite. What was on Dynamite? Mercedes Moné and Tony Storm. Oh, shit, I still got to go on Wednesday. You just got to balance. It's all about balance.
They might have to put MJF on both, though.
No, you can't. You can't have both. Nope. 2 different champions. AW has 27 fucking titles. Okay,
I know.
But that's what I mean, though. You're in still a perfect spot. Take those belts, put some here. These belts over here. Take some of those, put them on Ring of Honor. Literally, it's very frustrating as a podcast where I talk every week, and whether it's all the 3 of you that watch wrestling. Literally, Tony has it in his fucking hands. Like, it's right there. You have 3 brands. If you're going to stop copying No One Heart Tournament and giving people stop copying all the other shit. Copy the framework and the blueprint of 3 brands, one being developmental, where your Ring of Honor, which is already a very prominent brand and well known, and then brand out your other 2. It's right there. It's right there. If he just put his time into it starting next year, I'm telling you, 6 to 10 months, they might even rival WWE for some spots. I'm telling you. It's right there. It's right there. Anyway.
I feel a lot of passion.
It is. I want to see him succeed. I get people on Twitter. You fucking E-drone. Yeah, I love WWE. It's what I was raised on. But I like to have competition. AEW has some good wrestlers. Some of which I might come back to the WWE. Some WWE guys I might go to AEW. You never know. It's good though. It's good for
Adam, you watch wrestling or no?
Since we got John on the channel, I've been paying attention a little more than normal.
I quiz him every week.
Like I said, I was curious to see if Ray Ripley was Ripley supposed to come back on the Monday night and attack Liv, blowing Dom off on a hug. Is that relationship going to be over?
Tune in next week.
A lot of questions about this, and when I have questions, I want to turn to my guy because he's our channel guy. So
long-term storytelling, baby. I'm jealous of Dylan, man, because Dylan's down in Jacksonville, man. I would love to go to an AEW show down like Dylan's place. I'd love that, man. I'd love to go down there. Daly's. I'm sorry, not Dylan. Daly's place. I'd love to.
Well, speaking of Jack stuff, look at this here.
There he is. I'm not going to lie, man. I think Jacksonville is probably one of the more underrated teams this year. I think they're going to make some noise, man. I'm not saying Super Bowl or I don't know if they get by the Chiefs. They're going to make some noise.
You know what this
upside down.
Bruh. Damn, man. Brutal.
Jags Gatorade towel.
Love it. You going to any games this year, Dylan?
Hoping week 1 Miami Jags at Hard Rock Stadium where the Copa final was. Hopefully fewer security issues there.
I think Jacksonville's gonna be good this year, man. Adam, where do you think the Steelers end this year? NN. What's their where do they go out?
They peak up until that hard part of the schedule starts, and I say they finish 8-9 again.
You hate to give him a winning record. That's bullshit. He's gonna finish 9-8.
No, you know what Pittsburgh's gonna do? Pittsburgh will go 8-1.
It's that second half.
Still not a losing record.
they could go seriously 9-0 up until that hard part of the stretch comes.
Yeah, but dude, everyone's got that same hard part.
Games and it's back to back 3 games in 10 days. It gets a little crazy.
The Niners schedule is soft as hell, man. They're probably going like 13-4, man. They got some
back end schedule is going to kick their ass. Why the NFL gave everyone that plays on Christmas 10 days off until January 5th is so far beyond me. I don't understand what they were doing.
Well, I mean, looking at Pittsburgh's schedule right here,
why there are 3 games in 10 days, it makes no sense to me. The Steelers play the 15th, 20th, and then the 25th, I think.
But you look at Pittsburgh, Adam, you probably know this, but Pittsburgh's schedule at Atlanta, at Denver, LA, at Indy, Dallas, at Vegas, then both New York teams, bye. At Washington, then the fun begins. Baltimore, at Cleveland, at Cincinnati, Cleveland, at Philly, at Baltimore, Kansas City, and Cincinnati. Yeesh.
That second half of the season, out of control.
Damn, Pittsburgh's played San Fran this year. Damn it.
That's how the Brown schedule is pretty similar. I mean, they have the second half is a rough stretch. Dude, the problem is the whole AFC is pretty freaking good. So you're always going to play a pretty good team.
Wait. John, you're there?
I'm here.
No, the other one. The 49er one. Goldilocks.
He walked away for a minute.
But I mean, the Niners schedule: New York, at Minnesota, at LA, New England, Arizona, at Seattle, Kansas City, Dallas, then at Tampa, Seattle. Oof. How about these two games? At Green Bay, at Buffalo, woo! Then Chicago, LA, at Miami, Detroit, and then at Arizona. At week 12 to 13
Dylan,
against
why? Oh, never mind. John's back. John, he just read over your whole schedule and you weren't even there.
I heard Arizona. What's going on?
John, your week 12-13 at Green Bay and at Buffalo could be cold.
Yeah. Green Bay, I think, is a take with love with their defense. Buffalo, it's going to be interesting see how they're playing that year. I mean, next year, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm not 13-4, I think, is aggressive, maybe 12-5. But, I mean, they play Arizona twice. They play St. Louis twice. They play Seattle twice. Out of 6 of those games, you're looking 4-2, 5-1, man. Those guys are not where they need to be right now this year.
I'm making a bold prediction right now. The LA Rams win the NFC West, and I don't think it's close.
What?
No.
Man, Dylan, I didn't even see you drinking at your pay. Okay. Man, that's if you said Seattle, I would have been like,
I was going to say, I would say Seattle's the next team to challenge San Fran than the Rams.
Wait a minute.
The Rams, the Cardinals have nothing on either side of the ball. Seattle, I would if they always play us hard because it's
so Geno Smith's going to win the NFC West. Come on, man.
No.
Well, I'm not saying they're going to win. I think San Fran's going to win the NFC West. I'm just saying I think Seattle's the next best team, in my opinion.
I think Seattle's going to finish dead last. I think Matthew Stafford's the top 5 quarterback in the league. Sean McVay's the top 2 coach. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kieran Williams. Yeah, they lose maybe the best defense player of all time. But
are we gonna go third season of sleeping on Brock Purdy? Is this what we're gonna do?
I mean,
really? We're gonna do this a third season in a row? What is this guy gonna show to you?
I'm willing to bet Sean McVay with a healthy Matt Stafford wins the division. I'm willing to bet I think the Rams win the division this year.
I would see your point, but you said it's not even close. That's insulting. There's no way the Niners take them, dude. There's no way. Unless the injury bug bites McCaffrey, Debo, and Purdy, there's no way. And Bosa.
Christian McCaffrey's not playing all 17 games this year.
Oh, just like he didn't last year? Everyone keeps saying that. Everyone said that since the draft in ESPN. Oh, he's going to get hurt. Oh, he's not. I'm sorry. What did he do last year? I'll wait. I don't care about the Madden numbers. That's BS. I don't care about that. But everyone's been sleeping on McCaffrey, man. He gets his breaks when he needs them in the game, but he plays all his games. He's on the right offense. They were blowing the hell out of him in Carolina. But keep saying he's a system quarterback. Keep saying McCaffrey's going to get hurt. I hear it every year for 3 years. Go ahead. We'll see you in the Super Bowl again.
And we know there's a Super Bowl hangover.
And now they have Garando, who's going to be the third back. I don't know where he's going to fall. And I think the Niners are going to win the division for sure. They should be back in the Super Bowl next year, but we're not there yet.
I don't even need Super Bowl, man, but it's just again. And Dylan, don't take it personal, man. I get Pats fans up here. I got Eagles fans up here. I got Detroit fans. The president of MGM is a Detroit fan. Okay, I get it all the time from people, whether busting my balls or being serious. Don't show us respect. Don't. And it's not to hate us because you hate us. Please keep saying Purdy's the system. Keep saying McCaffrey's going to get hurt. Keep saying Debo's just going to go. Keep going. Please.
No,
say Bosa has a slow start his first 4 games and he comes out with 10 sacks in 7 games. Go ahead. Keep. Look at the numbers, man. They don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Who was in the Super Bowl last year?
I'm saying there's always the Super Bowl hangover. Look what happened to the Eagles last year. I mean, the Eagles went from 10-1 and fell 11-1 and fell off a cliff.
Well, when you rely on the tush push and people get the blueprint to that, that's kind of what happens.
And then you become the butt of everyone's jokes.
Literally.
Plus, I mean, the Niners are an old team. Christian McCaffrey's an old 27, 38. Trent Williams old enough to have grandchildren.
Yeah, but isn't Stafford old as shit?
Are we playing age right now? You got to be kidding me. This is dude, Dylan. You're reaching, man. I respect the hell out of you. This is some reaching, bro. 27's old. Are you serious? What are we doing, bro? I don't talk shit about the Jags all year, man. I don't know why we're doing this, but I mean, we can go that route if you want. Numbers don't lie. Just look up the stats of where they line up on their positions, where they are ranked.
If the Niners are healthy this year, yeah, that'd be good. But I don't think. Honestly, I don't think the Niners are great. Okay. I think they took advantage of a watered down NFC. Detroit's better. Green Bay's better. The Rams are better.
I disagree.
Okay. Rams better. They got Pekka and Cobb.
And unless the 49ers are playing against PJ Walker, I see no way of them losing.
Hey, this is recorded. We'll talk about hey guys, mid-season review. We're gonna do this with all 4, 5, 6 of us. We'll talk about this. We'll see where we stand.
Well, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying. Unless it's
PJ Walker. That's why, like, I'm used to this every year, even on TV.
Well, John, who's going to be your quarterback?
Who's what?
Whoever
be Cleveland's quarterback. Is it going to be Winston?
Whoever wants to show up, dude.
I almost wish it was Jameis because at least he'd throw the freaking ball.
He's not wrong.
I mean, I like Winston better than I do Watson.
See, I like Watson, man.
All I know
All
I know is I watched Pittsburgh come to Cleveland last year and lose. I watched the Niners come to Cleveland last year and lose. And I watched Jacksonville come to Cleveland last year and lose.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. And all of them were not against Watson, Whitson. It doesn't matter.
No. By the way, John.
That was the sad part, dude.
John, we know the Niners got hosed in week 6, but that's a story for another day.
Why? Because they missed the kick?
Dude, I was going to say, John, wasn't that where you missed the kick?
Yeah.
2. But the refs were awful in that game.
He should have made that, not for nothing, should have made that kick. That last kick.
I'll tell you what, though, it's that end zone. I know, like, you guys probably don't know this. That end zone, that side is really hard to kick in.
Like Pittsburgh, nobody can kick in.
Right, John?
What's that?
That's where the heavy winds off the lake comes into play, right?
Yeah. The one side is like impossible to kick on.
Yeah, it's weird. Like the one end zone is blocked, but the other end zone is wide open. It's so weird.
Something like it whiffs down.
Yeah, it swirls. Like if you look at the flags at the top of the stadium, they'll be pushing one way, but on the goalpost, they'll be pushing another way. It's weird. But
I've been there.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess Watson will be the QB until gets hurt or whatever. Gets in trouble.
And by the way, John, the Rams winning the NFC West might not be my boldest prediction of the year. I haven't previewed the NFC East right now, but I'll tell you who wins the division, and you're going to I'm going to blow your head.
Let me guess, the Jets.
No, NFC East, not AFC East.
The Redskins.
I think the Washington Commanders win the NFC East this year.
I see that more likely than the Niners not winning the West.
When I took Jalen Daniels because I felt that was their guy.
Can we talk about something real quick? Not to jump off of what we're doing.
Caleb Williams.
You see this motherfucker talking about his contract and shit like that, already being a prima donna? You see this guy? I don't have an agent. I'm not talking to them right now. He's already being a problem, dude.
Sign the contract. Get in the game. He's already.
And Caleb Williams would throw for 4,000 yards this year.
My God.
No, McCarthy was the pick. I'm telling you, McCarthy's gonna have such a good fucking year.
So wait, JJ McCarthy not going to see the field until what, week 7, if that?
Not that. It's not gonna take that long.
Over
Where
Sam
did
Darnold.
McCarthy go again? Tennessee?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Where'd he go?
Minnesota.
Yeah, but that's just telling you, it's an open job. If he gets a job
Dude.
better than Cousins, hey, guess what?
Sam Darnold.
Fuck for you, bro.
McCarthy. I think McCarthy starts somewhere earlier than week 7.
Yeah. Cousins injury prone. And that's the
He's not
shitty thing
there.
for Cousins. Cousins got to know if he goes down and this kid goes out there and performs, he's not going to see the field again.
Cousins not there. He's in Atlanta.
We're talking about Sam Darnold in Minnesota.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I'm lost.
Sam Darnold got signed by the Vikings before the draft, or however the fuck the NFL worked. But I know Darnold was a Viking, and then they drafted JJ. And
He should start day 1 then.
Caleb Williams is trash.
trash. John, what do you think of Caleb Williams?
I don't know, man. Like, he didn't. Every time I watched like USC, I just felt like he just didn't give a shit. And
Yep,
I don't know. I just don't like that.
he stunk it up. He stunk it up in the when they were doing the combine. That's why they're like, we're not giving you this big ass contract. We'll give you X and Y. You can have this. You'll get paid, but you're not getting all this guaranteed shit. He stunk it up.
Isn't
You don't
it
have to watch the
slotted?
TV. He showed it's televised. He stunk up the joint. That's why he's
Isn't
not
it-
getting the contract.
Isn't it already like slotted on how much he makes? I don't understand what they're fighting about.
Pretty much. It's a rookie wage scale.
But he wants X amount more. He wants guaranteed more. And the fact he doesn't have an NFLPA approved agent, they have to deal only with Caleb Williams. So literally, Caleb Williams is dealing with Caleb Williams. So the longer this takes, it's Caleb Williams in the way of Caleb Williams. Where you should be.
So I mean, he's
don't
just
worry about the money. Get your reps because you sucked in combine. Start working on shit. Like it's just like you don't have an agent working for you.
Sounds like a jackass. So
That's. I don't want to say you got to come in here being humble, know your worth, know when you're a superstar, you went number one. But dude, come on, you're gonna. This is gonna get showed up. Like plenty of QBs are gonna show this guy up. Plenty of games this year. Is he gonna be pouting on the sideline, crying about it? The first post game bitch fest, crying excuses stuff. Somebody needs to be like, trade this guy, trade him, get out. Like seriously, you can't have that kind of stuff in the locker room. How's he gonna do for all the other younger guys that are coming up? Like it's just, he's got a bad attitude.
yeah,
Maybe he does throw for 4,000 yards, Dylan. Maybe he does. He's got a bad fucking attitude. Bad, piss poor attitude. Me first, team second. Bullshit. No, not what the Bears need right now. That's not what they need. You go to the Chiefs. Mahomes left. You go to maybe you can be me. You can't go to a team like that. Me first.
Let's stick with these Bears for a minute, okay? They have Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, who should be able to step into Caleb Williams and say, "Get your ass in gear," and quit being a fucking little bitch. But I think they sound like they're scared of this guy.
For what? He's done nothing. That's what kills me. You've done nothing. If this is after your rookie contract and you slate it, good. Go out there, swing your dick, get your money, get your guaranteed. Absolutely, bro. You didn't even do that great in college. You stunk it up against the good teams. You did okay.
Wow,
It's
you
like-
won a house 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's like what? That's all I'm saying, man. The franchise, you got to go franchise by franchise. Where you go, where that franchise is at. The Bears need a team kind of built. Oh man, okay. Come on, the Bears need a team. The Bears need a team building kind of guy. That's all I'm saying, man. Like no offense to kid. Maybe he's 4,000 or 5,000 yards. Maybe he does, but he's just bad attitude.
All right, Adam. I'm taking off, but I want to know one question.
There it is. There's Dylan's.
Did you leave? All right. So what's the QB deal in Pittsburgh?
Right now, it looks like Russell's going to get the start.
And how long is that going to last, in your opinion?
I don't know. I don't know. I want to know what they're going to do with Fields. Fields looks sharper. He looks more comfortable. But Tomlin gives the veterans the gun.
But don't you think Russell Wilson is just like almost perfect for like Tomlin?
Right, that's what I mean. He get right.
I'm not
Now-
saying like veteran shit. I'm just saying like, a little dink and dunk, like smart, keep the ball, not throw interceptions. I know he wants to like let it cook or whatever the fuck he says, but I'm just saying like I feel like he's just like Russell Wilson's just really great at like doing what he's supposed to do. Oh shit, my computer's about to run out of battery.
Oh no! Hurry up, John! Hurry up!
And like just getting that third down thing, and I think that's exactly what Pittsburgh needs, in my opinion.
I'm not, ever since I'm not a Russell Wilson guy. Like, I just never have been. So I have to try to adjust to a guy that I don't feel totally comfortable with, who let his ego go in the Super Bowl and ended up throwing that huge pick to Butler. And I don't know, since that moment, I was never I feel that Russell Wilson was behind that whole call.
Yeah, well,
because he wanted his ego instead of just giving it the fucking beast mode and getting the fucking Super Bowl.
Beast Mode lost his shit. He was just like,
yeah.
I love it when he went up to the sideline and he laughed and fucking
right in Carroll's face.
right in Carroll's face. Yeah, fucking cracked me up when I heard that. I was dying.
But I just think Russell Wilson's a great fit for Pittsburgh. That's just my opinion. You're saying 8-9. I think they might actually do better than that.
Let's ride.
And I'm concerned because it's either going to be Cleveland or Cincinnati that takes the back seat. Because I think Baltimore's going to be all right. And I don't know what's going on with Cincinnati. Like you guys want to like talk shit about Watson endlessly. Well, Joe Burrow's just as injury prone as Watson is.
That's what I say. I always Burrow should be out here killing it, and it's just like,
yeah.
That's what I would, believe me, I'm not knocking either one of Watson or Winston, but I think Winston is going to be the better quarterback in the end.
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, do you give him the dude all the money? You got to roll with him.
Right. That's why they're rolling with him. They're not going to have him on the fucking recorded play.
I mean, maybe after this year, if this year's a disaster again, maybe you can find a way out of it. You're going to take a hit, but you might be able to do like Russell Wilson. You could maybe get it, just take a huge hit and pay a luxury tax.
We're not taking it, John. Denver is.
That's what I'm saying for the Browns. Like if this is another bad year with Watson, maybe after this year you could get out of it and take a hit for like the Browns. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But you remember we did the pregame show, the preseason preview or whatever show with Evan. Remember what I said? Everyone's like going nuts about Watson. I said, well, I can't say anything until I actually see it. And then, like, remember everyone's like, oh, no, dude, they're going to be sweet. And I'm like, yeah, I heard that about Odell, too, making one-hand catches. But I'd rather see him catch it in the game instead of practice. But I don't know. I guess I just got to see it. But hopefully he just stays healthy and gets a full season so you can actually see what you got.
Right.
I think Burrow might be on a little kind of like revenge tour this year, man. I don't know.
He might.
He's like one of my underrated guys under the radar. He's going to go there, win, a couple losses, but definitely be there at the end. So But I agree. Baltimore is going to be okay. I think Baltimore is going to be there at the end. I think Lamar's going to figure it out, and he knows what to do. So.
I just think the AFC North is just a killer division. It's
yeah. I agree.
I mean, everybody went over 500 last year.
I was praying for a Baltimore San Francisco Super Bowl, man.
Nah.
I want my revenge. I want my revenge on Baltimore, man.
Well, you probably would have won that.
I know.
That.
If they kicked that punt 100 more times, how many times did it bounce off his foot? I mean, don't get me started, man. Yes.
Yeah,
it was a good game, though. It was a good game. Went to overtime. It was good. It was good.
That was brutal. I can't root for Baltimore ever, or Pittsburgh, or Cincinnati.
Who won the American League?
Yeah, 5-3. But all right, well, my computer's about to die. This was fun. I appreciate it. John, I'll check out your podcast and get up to date with wrestling.
That's what I'm here for. Appreciate you, man. Nice meeting you.
Is it called Chair
Shot Sports? Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it on Spotify or Apple?
No, Apple's the one thing I'm not on. I gotta get on that.
Spotify?
It's on a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah. YouTube, Twitter, all that good shit. Yeah. But YouTube, just go to the YouTube one. Yeah, that'll be good. We're working on getting onto Apple. That's the next one.
Nice.
Appreciate you, man.
Cool. All right, guys. Have a good night. All right, Adam. Take it easy, dude.
Yes, sir.
All right. Take it easy.
You too, brother.
Later.
All right, buddy. And then there were two.
Always you and me, man. It's always you and me.
Always here.
We have no life or shit to do in the morning.
John, did you ever watch Steve's shorts on YouTube or Facebook?
No.
He's the one that always at the end he always says, "Write that down."
That's him.
That's him.
Okay. All right then. Maybe I have seen that shit.
Awesome. He's an awesome dude. I like him. No, he's actually I go, thanks for coming on, and he's like, you guys let me know how out of tune I was with sports.
No shit. This is awesome though. We got what, 5 today? We got 6. If Jamie had come on, we got 7. It's building. It's building. I'm telling you, we're gonna get there. If only we were on Twitter, this would be like I said, 41 people watching us right now. Be like 240. Thank you to the 41. It'd be like 241.
Yeah, I don't know if that's probably all your crew. Yep. 2 on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right.
So, awesome. This is good, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I don't know what's going on with this right now. Like, it's not on Driving to the Top's YouTube or Twitter page, and obviously it wasn't on Dylan's page last night. So I don't know if
might just be down.
Said we're only allowed to go live now if we pay for a subscription. It looks like
on
so
X.
We might only be able to go live like on your channel, that channel, my channel.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that after. But if we need to, like, I don't know, we'll get a community fund up for however much it can't be that. How much does it cost?
What is it? $8 a month.
Everyone watching, we need a GoFundMe page. Someone start a GoFundMe for Driving to the Top for $8, please, so we can go live every week. For I love it.
Well, I got my Sports Talking It page on. I pay for that.
Yeah, same. I'm good. That's why I pay for mine. Yeah, sure.
I didn't think I had to do every channel.
Damn, they're cracking down. They want more money. Elon needs more money. The election's coming.
I guess Elon's going for it.
Yeah, it's all those Teslas. Awesome, man.
Well,
football, wrestling, baseball. I love it. I'm so excited for NFL, man. A couple more weeks. We got preseason. Let's go.
The damn battery in those Teslas cost more than fucking a new car.
Dude, no shit.
So just for a Chevy Sonic. Is that the one that's on the full battery?
Yep.
So I gotta get $750 just for the battery underneath.
Every week the Niners win. Me and Dylan just have to have a show together.
Dylan gets so mad when we talk about Caleb Williams.
I feel so bad. Like it. Oh, God. Okay, I feel bad.
I don't know. Like he's left twice now since we were talking about Caleb Williams.
Ow. Again, all will be revealed halfway through the mid-season review show that we do with like 12 of us. We do a roundtable. all will be revealed, and then everyone can then give the excuses and or take the accolades. But we'll go from there. So, how
All right.
close the Rams are to beating the Niners?
We got to talk afterwards about this wrestling this other crew.
Yeah, let's go.
So, how people get a hold of you, John? Since you're the only one that's and
It keeps growing every week. So on Twitter, join the 16,000 strong at Chair Shot Sports. You can find us on Instagram, also on Facebook, Chair Shot Sports. If you're free on Saturday nights around 6 p.m., feel free to download the Live 365 radio app. Find us on the Block 105, also on SoCal Radio. Soon coming also, Chair Shot Sports TikTok.
I'm at Sports Talking It, and second week of open mic, it started out a little blurry, but then we got rolling. You know. That's what
Love
happens when you bring people in and different vibes, and sometimes it takes a while to click the pick. You know.
I like it. This is gonna be a staple for Tuesdays to come. I'm for it.
I'm ready. And maybe we'll get mad in one of these. I thought we were gonna hear about some peanut butter jelly freaking habanero wings today.
I need to hear about those wings.
Matt, let's hear about them. And hey, guys, everyone, thanks for tuning in, and everybody have a good evening.